Hey guys, 2022 is almost at an end and I thought it would be fun to walk through my 22 eras in a series of various pictures found on my phone. Before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and to this channel. It would just mean a great deal to me and a great way to round off the new year. Let's get into it. January, we're starting off strong. I posted this on my stories back in January. This is a voodoo doll I found whilst I was plogging on a beach in Korea. So I'm part of a volunteer organization that goes around and we do various, you know, good for the community services. So sometimes we'll go plogging, which is picking up the garbage along the beach. Sometimes we'll help out at shelters, XYZ. Yeah, just very casual. And it had someone's name on it, their birthday. So whoever this person was, they were definitely cursed. Here's a photo of me plogging as well, just to prove that I was there to pick up garbage. I wasn't just lying about doing good things. Moving on to February. This is my MBTI. If you guys don't know, MBTI is the Myers-Briggs personality test. There's different categories and there's 4 letters that represent different aspects of your personality. And this is very, very big in Korea. You cannot survive Korea without knowing your MBTI because everyone will then alienate you from the conversation. So make sure to take your MBTI test before coming to Korea if you're planning to meet Korean people, because they will ask you this. Before, everyone asked what your blood type was, and then now everyone just asks what your MBTI is. I think I used to be an extrovert, and then as I got older I was like, nah, hate people. March. Now this is a picture of my Xanax. I thought it was important for me to show this picture because I think a lot of people, myself included, especially during the pandemic, our mental health really deteriorated. And I think especially in the time I was transitioning my visa and I was having a really hard time, my anxiety literally got to a point where it was physically manifesting and my physical health was deteriorating. Finally got to the point where one day I couldn't breathe and I kind of turned purple and I thought, wow, I shouldn't be turning colors. So I went to the doctor. They prescribed me my Xanax. It did make me feel a lot better. Their dosage is very small here. I just want everyone to know, if you are not feeling your best, if you're feeling very stressed, very anxious, that is totally fine. It's very, very normal. I do highly recommend seeking professional help. It is nothing to be ashamed of. April, this is just a funny screenshot from one of the conversations I have with my mom. She just wrote, "Life is too short to be happy." I think she meant to say life is short, be happy. Probably something more positive like that, but it was just really funny and I thought I wanted to share that with you guys. English is actually my mom's 4th language. So growing up, I acted pretty much as her translator as a kid. And I really hated it growing up. I thought it was super annoying and I couldn't understand why she couldn't figure it out for herself. But now that I'm older, I really respect my mom for moving to America with me when I was younger. Her first languages are Mandarin Chinese and Taiwanese, which is a dialect. And then she also speaks Japanese because she studied abroad in Japan as a student and she lived in Japan for quite a number of years. And then she speaks English now, so she's a polyglot and that's pretty impressive. May. This was my first ever fashion runway show, and I'm not a runway model by any means. I'm definitely not tall enough. I'm 166 centimeters, which means I'm 5'6", but it was a really fun experience. I think it was fine. I didn't fall. That's, you know, a win. I only invited 2 friends because I was thinking, wow, if I do horribly, I don't want everyone to know, so I only invited them. And they're a bit biased, but they said I did a good job. June, this was taken at my birthday. I'm always really stressed around my birthday because I never know who to invite. I never know who actually wants to come, and that's when you really start like evaluating who your friends are, which is really stressful because then you think, oh, are they actually my friend, or are they just my acquaintance, or are they my close friend, or are they just my club friend, or I don't know. There's a lot going on in here whenever it's my birthday. And I cooked all the food and I did everything, as you guys might have seen in my vlog. But it was still a really lovely time. My friends who could come, they stopped by and we all just had a nice chill vibe, and I was really grateful, and it made me remember that yes, I have people who care about me, and that made me feel very, very nice. This was taken from a commercial shoot I did in July. The agency people were sneaky links and took photos, because usually you're not allowed to take photos, or if you do take photos, you can't expose them until after the commercial is done. And I don't know where it aired. I don't know if it aired. I actually learned whilst doing more commercials and being in this industry more, that these companies pay a lot of money. Like, they literally build sets to make a 30-second commercial that could never see the light of day. It's been a little bit difficult because I am Asian and people sometimes think I'm Korean, so I'm not cast as often as I would like to be, but I've still been cast and it's been nice and it's been quite fun most days. Or other days it's been really long and I just really want to go home. Some shoots are better than others, I will say. This is me in August. I just released a vlog with this, not this exact picture, but with the content. So this is when I was getting my thread lift in August, and it was my first ever thread lift. It was not painless, I will say. They did put numbing cream. I had numbing cream on for over an hour. They put anesthetic. So I wouldn't feel as much, but it was still, you know, I could feel things. I was doing it as a demo model. You're the model for how to use like the new developments of the products, so the actual thread products or the filler products. And they invite a bunch of doctors from all over the world to observe how to implement these things, and so you're being watched. Like, it's like you're part of a live show essentially. They kept complimenting me about how soft my tissue was. Oh my god, this tissue is amazing, your tissue is so soft, this is unbelievable. And it was just really funny because it was such a medical compliment. I have easily over 10 grand worth of threading in my face, so it's not something I would have been able to pay for out of pocket, so it was quite nice to be able to do. So September, you guys might have seen this in stories and I made a vlog about it, but I went to Suncheon in September. I'd never even heard of the city before. Like, clicked a button for me where I realized that there's still so much of Korea that I haven't been able to explore or go to, and it was one of the things I was really grateful for because I did go for work, I did go for YouTube. So I just really had a truly enjoyable time and experience there, so throwing it up there to shout out Suncheon. Everyone should go to Suncheon. October was fine, and then obviously we had the tragedy in Itaewon, which was very upsetting and terrible, and everyone is still feeling the effects of it. I'm not gonna like get too deep into it here, but actually on Halloween I wasn't in Itaewon, I was in Gangnam. I was out, so I wasn't really checking my phone, and my family messaged me, hey, are you okay? And I actually had no idea what they were talking about when they messaged me, so I just sent them a picture of me in this stupid mask that was part of my friend's costume, saying, hey, I'm doing great. I was then looking at my phone and I was seeing everyone's messages that I realized what happened, because we generally weren't aware of what was going on until we were aware of what was going on. My thoughts and prayers go out to the families and everyone who lost someone and everyone who's affected even by what happened, because it was tragic and it shouldn't have happened, and I think everyone's still really angry about it. I do want to say that this was not the fault of the neighborhood of Itaewon and the people who live here and who work here and who own small businesses here. I hope people still go to Itaewon to support the restaurants that were just barely recovering from COVID. You know, these are really hardworking people. These are family-run restaurants, family-owned businesses, and they already had a really hard time, and this really just put a nail in the coffin. And they really deserve your business still support, because it was not their fault, and they're being punished for something that the government really needs to take full responsibility for. So that was October. November, and I actually ended up visiting Daejeon, which you might have seen in my stories if you follow me on Instagram. But I ended up going to Daejeon, which is where I first came when I moved to Korea. I lived there for 2 years in a little suburb called Jeonmin-dong in Daejeon, which is a city in South Korea. And I loved that place. I wouldn't have moved if, you know, I didn't have such a big social life and opportunities in Seoul, but I have very fond memories. And I took a picture in front of the school I used to teach at, which is Jeonmin Chohakkyo, which is Jeonmin Elementary School. All of my students are much older now. They're in middle school, high school. There was a church that was on my walk to work every day, and they used to have this art piece, I guess, on the side of the tower, which they've now replaced with a statue of Jesus Christ. But before, it was this amazing piece of artwork. To me, it looks like two dinosaurs giving each other head, and I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and it was the best thing I'd ever seen in my life, and every day it would make me chuckle and make me smile. I'm deeply distressed that they've replaced it. I don't know why you would ever change this, but they did, but I'll still forever have this picture and my memories. December. So I'm filming this right now and December is still not over yet, but recently I was sent this picture. If you guys remember last year, I fostered a dog named Anthony. He was a 20K stray big black dog, and he moved to LA to be with his forever family. You know, I'm glad to know that he's in his forever family. He's being loved and taken care of, and he seems really happy, so that's really exciting. But I'm actually fostering another dog. Here's a picture then. Follow me on Instagram or follow me on TikTok to see updates on the little puppers, and I'll probably make a video about it obviously as well. And that's it. That is my 2022 in a wrap through my various pictures, one from each month. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm very much looking forward to whatever is to come in the future, and hopefully an even better and more beautiful 2023. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!